Good evening, everybody. This is Chad at Pro Ad Insight, and I wanted to do a small video real quick showing you something that I found today that, quite honestly, just drives me mad because I'm just sick and tired of companies like Dex and Haibu and claiming to be web developers or web designers, whatever the case may be, and essentially building garbage websites, doing garbage pay per click, and just ripping people off. So, whether somebody decides to go with me to do their AdWords or do their website or whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter to me. I just really hope that this video finds somebody and prevents them from signing a ridiculous 12-month contract for some guaranteed actions or guaranteed clicks. And ends up flushing a bunch of money down the toilet because small business owners, myself included, do not have a lot of cash flow to be flushing money down the toilet. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into this. I was researching a buddy's website, actually. I've got a friend who's a massage therapist, and he's looking to improve upon his website. So I was doing some keyword research and trying to figure out some better domains than just his actual name. And one of the things I looked up was this myofascial release because that's a type of massage that he practices in my area, which is Tacoma, Washington. So as you can see on your screen here, I did a search for myofascial release Tacoma, Washington. And I was just checking out some of these sites, looking to see who the competition would be, how easy would it be to get me to show up on the Google Maps listings, which it turns out will not be difficult at all because these results are not even from anybody in Tacoma, far away as Seattle, which for those of you not in my area, that's 45 minutes away. These people don't even have a website. They only have a Google Plus page. So I have no doubt I can get my buddy's website to show up for searches related to massages, different types of massage therapy, pressure point, all that stuff. That shouldn't be too difficult to do in this market. But as I was scrolling down, I stumbled upon the reason for this video, which at the bottom you'll see there are some pay-per-click ads down here. Specifically, I mean, myofascial release deals, myofascial release massage, which I'm pretty sure this ad is using dynamic text insertion. But what I noticed was this Action Chiro in Port Orchard. I assume they're in Port Orchard. And I'll show you real quick because you may be watching this and not be from my area. But if I jump onto Google here, let me just show you where Port Orchard is in relation to Tacoma. And I'm not quite sure why my internet's going so slow right now. So if I jump on here to Tacoma, pull this up real quick or real slow based on my internet connection tonight. And just for the heck of it, let's do directions from Port Orchard, Washington. Because this is one of the things I've said over and over, and I try to convince small business owners that when Dex does your campaigns, I see this time and time again, they will put such a wide radius around it, your ad will be showing in places that are not relevant to your business. Because there are very few people that are going to search in Tacoma and drive all the way to Port Orchard. As you can see, is almost 30 miles away. It's a 35-minute drive with no traffic. There's a toll going back. For those of you who don't know the area, coming back across this bridge, there's a toll to get back. I mean, and not to mention there's 100 massage therapists in the city of Tacoma, Washington. So, I mean, just ridiculous that a guy that is sitting in, I jumped ahead there. I'm not going to show you that one for a minute. I wanted to go back to the search. But a guy in Port Orchard, a chiropractic/massage place in Port Orchard, has an ad showing up for a search in Tacoma. And if you're thinking it's my IP address that might have triggered it, I live in Gig Harbor, which is a little bit closer to Port Orchard, but it's just barely across that bridge I showed you. So when you click on this ad, it takes you to a landing page that Dex has built, and they're famous for these. I think a lot of their customers don't even know that this is where their clicks are going to, but it takes you to this page right here, this actionchiro-portorchard.com, and it's this horrible, ugly splash page that literally is not going to do anything for this customer. The only people that are going to call off of this ad, which is going to be an expensive click, are going to be their existing customers, and their existing customers are not very likely to be searching for them in Tacoma when they live up here in Port Orchard. So, I mean, literally, I don't know how you could possibly waste this guy's money any more than they're doing with an ad showing in an irrelevant area. And then for those of you new to AdWords, this may be a little bit above your head, but try to follow along. For those of you who know AdWords, this will make sense. But because it's out of their area, because there's an impression, the click-through ratio is going to be incredibly low. Low click-through ratio equals low quality score, and a low quality score equals a higher cost per click. So not only are they paying more for a click off of Google than they need to be paying for everything, because it's going to bring down their quality score on their entire campaign, they're also going to be driving clicks that are not going to convert. And on top of paying too much for each individual click, they're also paying Dex's markup, which has been rumored to be around 50%. And I have some blog posts out there about that. So you've literally paid twice as much for a click as what you need to be paying for it. So getting back to this splash page, horrible splash page. Hate these things with a passion. They're all over the place. Every one of them looks the same, except they have a different name and phone number. You can look for plumbers in your area, chiros, dentists, electricians. It doesn't matter. You'll find these same garbage splash pages that do not convert customers. Then to go to the real website, you need to click again, and we all know that the more clicks you have to take a person through to get to what they're looking for, the less likely they are to click. They'll probably just hit the back button and go back to Google and find the next guy. So doubly wasted click and lower conversion ratio. So you click on this, it takes you to their actual website, which is this Port Orchard Action Chiropractic.com. And again, a very long name, and just, not a good website. The domain name's too long. I started to dive into the code a little bit, and try to really do an analysis on a Dex website, because I'm going to do a review of the website. So when you look into the code, it just gets worse. When you look into the content, it gets even worse. And I mean, there's just nothing optimized, no way for this site to be showing up for keywords they want to be showing up for. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Well, I'll give you one little teaser into the next video that I'm going to start, and that's the review of the website, where I'm looking at the code. First thing I look at whenever I review a website is I look at the H1. How are they using the heading tag? And if you jump down here, you'll notice that the heading is Welcome to Action Chiropractic in Port Orchard, Washington. Do I even need to say this is a stupid headline? People who know them know where they're at, and as you may have seen in some of my other videos, Welcome to is one of my least favorite intros for any kind of website, no matter what. It's just lame, it's overdone, it's 15 years ago type website stuff. Welcome to my website, big flippin' deal. It's not going to convert customers. So then you look at the next H1 tag that they're using on here, and you'll see that it said, let me jump to it real quick to show you. Well, this one's not being seen by Google, but this is their instructions for their template builder. But here's their next H1 tag, is this contact information. And that is what you'll find right here, contact information. So unless you are optimizing this website for the phrase contact information, you really shouldn't be wasting your most important headline tag on that particular phrase. This should literally say chiropractic care or chiropractor, or which should be more competitive, but chiropractic care Port Orchard should be the headline. And then a title tag here, which is currently Action Chiropractic, Chiropractor Port Orchard, Washington, Massage Therapy Port Orchard, which is ridiculous. There's no focus again on a headline, on a title for this and a keyword. The title tag should match it. It should be one or two keywords tops, and they're just they're shooting for everything here. A better decision would have been to put massage therapy on its own, have a title of massage therapy, a headline tag of massage therapy, and so on. So I'm going to jump into this review a little bit deeper here, and so check out the next video if you're interested in all of the things wrong with this Dex website. Thanks for watching. I'm Chad Musgrove with Pro Ad Insight.